Hello, everybody. It's your boy WEEZYFMAMBA, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys once again so much for being here. We really appreciate it. On today's video, we're making another tier list, and today we are going to be ranking the Marvel Rivals heroes in a tier list, ladies and gentlemen. Post Season 1 update with all the new nerfs and buffs, as well as a couple of characters that haven't even been released yet. So we're kind of probably not even going to rank those because we don't know how they're going to fare until they are released. But in the meantime, this is a brand new tier list updated, which is great. This is technically my second Marvel Rivals video on the channel. If you're new here, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit the subscribe button, as we are trying to plant our foot into the Marvel Rivals universe. But if not, we have been a asymmetrical horror content creator for the last 2 years. So a lot of TCM, DVD, Evil Dead content. But it's time. It's time to start making other avenues. So let's get right to the tier list and pop on over right now. Let's take a look. This is a updated tier list with some awesome photos. A couple of them. We have obviously 2 images of Human Torch and the Thing, with no real recollection of how they're going to fare in the game. So I'm probably just not going to rank these 2, but we'll go from there. There's no particular, I don't know, set or particular reasoning for these rankings other than my personal opinion. Obviously, S tier being the best, D tier being the worst. And again, this is personal opinion. This is for my particular playtime, as well as of being played against these people. So let's get to it. Okay. We'll just go down the line here, simply because of that. Healing wise, Adam Warlock. Okay, Adam Warlock. I think as a particular healer, man, I mean, no healer is going to be really bad here. We're going to definitely have to put him in C tier. We don't see him too often. The resurrection, ability does seem good on paper, but ultimately it's not as good as we think, simply because you can see the ghost, right? Move around and kind of follow them to that. And yeah, I don't think it's too good. The resurrection can be useful at some point. But again, he just, no auto lock. It's tough to kind of heal sometimes with him from my personal experience. So I'll throw him in C. Maybe we move people around at the end, kind of see where this all ends up. There's a lot of heroes to go through. Again, personal. Black Panther, same thing. I'll put in C tier, simply because I don't have a lot of playtime with Black Panther, and I believe that there are better, particular melee characters, especially with better ults. Again, Black Panther, just, I rarely see him, so it's just, here we are, moving on. Widowmaker just got, I did not say Widowmaker. Black Widow did just get a buff, and she's kind of cracked now. She's always been really strong, in my opinion, simply because anybody that can create distance with range attacks, she's not as good as Hawkeye, but she does have a pretty awesome, sprint ability, the ability to kind of get places quickly, as well as a sniper rifle. And then a close range attack, simply, with melees. So, pretty good. I would say we put her in B tier now with the, the damage buff, the buff in general. But let's continue on. Mr. Hulk, Bruce Banner, tanks. Here's my opinion on tanks. Tanks are absolutely necessary at all times in this game. Even if it's just one, I prefer 2 tanks, simply because I prefer the 2-2-2 method. Just because it's been, the Overwatch scenario for so long. Again, you don't have to have the 2-2-2 method anymore, especially in this game, because of, just the way things are played. But I still agree that tanks are probably one of the most necessity outside of healers. So I'm putting Bruce in A tier, simply because he has ridiculous health. The ability to to slam, and then to grow, and then to grow again, and then to at least have survivability when he gets reverted back to Bruce Banner. It's actually pretty strong if you can get heals, or at least, you know, bounce away or get a shield or something. He's not the best tank in my opinion, but he is strong. Speaking of A tier tanks, again, Captain America, we're gonna kind of put him down. I think Captain America is actually probably the worst tank, for sure here. Simply because of his ability, even though he just got a 25% or 25 health boost in the latest update, and his, what is it? His speed is a little bit faster. Again, you rarely see Captain America, and he's just not as strong. Again, the ults are really viable in this game, and you really kind of make sure. So I don't think that this is definitely the bottom of the barrel as far as tanks. But let me just confirm the rest of the tanks, because I might be drawing a blank here. Oh yeah, definitely the least one for sure. Okay. Moving on to our first S tier character of the game, Cloak and Dagger, absolutely S tier healer in my opinion. It's user friendly, it's beginner friendly. This is easily the easiest healer to learn. It also has the option for damage. She and he are awesome, and the ability to swap back and forth, a stupid strong ult, as well as auto locking healing with Dagger. And again, she is absolutely positively a necessity. So that's how I look at it. Again, it's just the auto lock ability again keeps that user friendly, beginner friendly healing super strong. Moving on to my personal favorite tank to play with, if somebody else is playing tank. S tier, Doctor Strange, the ability to create portals. The fucking shield is absolutely cracked. The dark energy, simply the ranged attacks as a tank are absolutely huge in my opinion, because it could push and create chaos from something unlike, you know, a Thor or a Groot or a Hulk can create, right, with their melee attacks. Again, ranged tanks, are you kidding me? Perfect. Now this brings me to another S tier tank. However, we might have to put him. This one's a tough for me, because Groot again is one of the most annoying things to go against, especially in comp. The walls alone, the massive health pool, the survivability, the ult is ridiculous. Those walls alone might put this fucker in A tier, dude, or S tier. But let's put him A, because again, he is a massive target. Pretty easy for a lot of people to not miss their shots on. And if you have a shitty healer or a healer that's dead, Groot kind of gets smoked. So yeah, we'll put him in A tier, but the top of A tier, he's definitely better than Hulk in my opinion, better than Captain America. But yeah, here we are. Okay. Those fucking walls, dude, not only are they most annoying when you're trying to penetrate damage against another team, but also when you are trying to back up and heal or get healed and you get walled, it's GG. Hawkeye, bro, one of my tops, absolute S tier for me. I don't know why I am so cracked with Hawkeye. He's easily one of my best vanguards, but in my opinion, we have to figure that out, man. Like, you know, a lot of people miss shots even after the nerf. It's really not that much of a nerf. And again, people, if they start learning to hit their shots, he's the best DPS in the game, dude. Highest damage output, unlimited ammo. His ult sucks, but sometimes it does not. It's nice, but again, just hitting shots from afar. You really should focus Hawkeyes if you are playing against one. Hella, again, S tier. She is super strong. Again, as far as a DPS character, she has one of the best ults in the game. She did just get nerfed, but it's only a, what is it, 5%? 5% nerf, not too bad. She's still stupid strong. The ability to fly away in a pinch with the bird. Also the ability to, have team up abilities with Loki. Super strong team up ability. It gives her that damage boost. I severely think that Hela is a one of the top tier. Clearly, she was one of the most picked in comp play for season 0. And she's just stupid strong. Unpopular opinion time on the next two. We got our first D tier, Iron Fist. I think Iron Fist players are selfish. This is truly a selfish play. He's got a really strong ult, but the rest of everything else is absolute dog water. Low health pool, an ability to heal yourself, but you stay stationary. It's fucking trash. And you're just constantly going away from your heals in your team. The triple jump is nice. I truly wish that Hawkeye or somebody else had the triple jump, but again, you're going too far away. Stop going on the back line. Stop punching shit. You're trash. That's all I got to say about Iron Fist. I think he's just super, super unnecessary in any form of comp. So there we are. Iron Man. A lot of people will think that he's up there. He's got one of the best ults in the game. That's for damn sure one of the best ults in the game. Simply because it's almost unavoidable because it's so fast. However, the rest of everything else is kind of due to you're very, very vulnerable to Hawkeyes, to Black Widows, to ranged attack people such as even Scarlet Witch and Moon Knight that can get those really, really strong, beams and quick. He's got a low health pool. Again, it's pretty low. And so if you're not flying away or paying attention to your health bar, you're up out of there, dude. With the nerf, Jeffrey has gone down once again. The ult has always been kind of a meme at this point. But it's the rest of it. He's not really strong with healing. The bubbles are great. But it's just not the wave. There are so many better healers than him. In fact, most of them are going to be up top. Moving on to the next two healers. We got him here. Loki, A tier big dog, or S tier big dog. You know what? No. Yeah, S tier. Absolutely. S tier, the ability, the ults, stupid strong, steal the ults of the people that you know are going to get kills, stealing Hela's ult, stealing Scarlet Witch's ult, stealing a special like Punisher's, Moon Knight's is even a good one to steal. There's so many ults that Loki can take, which are great. If he can stay strong and live that long, it's even better. So to me, again, he's strong again because the clones that he can create really cause chaos. First off, the clones have stupid health. Okay, stupid health. It's a distraction. They're always shooting and healing in the back. They're also doing damage. Loki, again, paired with Hela, with her being S tier, it makes him S tier, strong as fuck. I don't think he's better than Cloak and Dagger because Cloak, again, just user friendly with that beginner. Dagger, but here we are. Moving on to Luna. Man, I really don't want to keep putting everybody in S tier, but her ult might be the best of the bunch, dude. She has one of the best ults in the game, the ability for basically invincibility outside of Scarlet Witch. I agree. She's strong. And the ability to, to have that unlimited health in a very long ult too. I just don't understand it. It's crazy. So that's where I'm putting her. A tier Magic. She's A tier, man. She's A tier, bro. Believe it or not, one of the best DPSs in the game. However, Not quite S tier. She's very hard skill gap to learn. She has low health pool, but the ability to regain shields every time that you have, hit an attack, the ability to teleport. Her ult's kind of but again, I've seen absolutely cracked magics that drop 50 and 60 bombs, dude. And I don't understand how they do it. But again, she's strong as fuck. Moving on to the next tank that I am throwing in S tier, believe it or not, Magneto. Again, any tank that has a shield is going to be far from me. Not as good as Strange, but has a great combination team up ability with Scarlet Witch, which a lot of people use. Gives you that extra sword to use as Magneto. Again, I really think that he is strong, and anybody with a shield is strong. So Magneto has a great ult too. It's kind of slow though. He's got a great ult. Here we are. Moving on, again, probably unpopular opinion. I don't think Mantis is the best here. We'll throw her in B tier. I think that there's better healers. Again, we have 3 other healers in S tier, but I'm just not a fan of Mantis, man. But I've seen crack Mantises, especially a lot of them last season in season 0. So yeah, that's where we're throwing her. B tier for me. Moon Knight with the update is bad, dude. 100% S tier right now. This fucker is killing everybody. More projectiles, a ridiculously stupid ult. The onks are broken, overpowered. You have to focus the Moon Knight, especially in this game. In fact, he might go ahead above good old fashioned Hawkeye right now, dude. He's just so strong, dude. So strong. So yeah. Moving on. Namor, unpopular opinion. I think this is the worst DPS in the game. I hate Namor. The turrets, whatever, you got to figure those out. But I think, I don't think he's the worst DPS in the game. I'm still banking on Iron Fist. Namor, you know what? We'll just throw him up here because I know those turrets are stupid strong, and I got to remember going against him. He's got a surprise ult for sure. But again, everything else about him is not good. If I want to throw a single projectile at somebody and do damage from afar, I'm going to be Hawkeye. His ults or his attack is essentially Hawkeye with a much weaker arrow. Like, it's just what it is. The turrets you have to bank on, but they're easily killable and seeable as well. Even with the combo with Luna, I think that it is not the best. Penny Parker. Now, even though she is my absolute favorite tank in the game, she's A tier at the top simply because of her dog water ult and the ability to take the turret out, the mine turret out so easily. She's got a big ass fucking body that can be easily hittable by people with bad aim. Again, her web shot is not the best. You kind of have to fucking be close anyway and hit them. Ranged attacks, fantastic. Again, I go against a lot of shitty Penny Parkers, but I drop 30, 40 bombs on with Penny all the time. So again, it's not the best killer or best tank in the game, but for me, she is my personal favorite tank. And I'm going to be reasonable here and not play favorites as far as, well, I love playing her, so she's S tier. I love playing Jeff, but let's be real, okay? Moving on. Psylocke. This is mid for me. It's just a mid tier. She's definitely strong. She's got a great ult, surprise ult, but I feel like there's a lot of better players, a lot of better DPSs to pick from, and we're just going to move on. Speaking of better DPSs, we have ourselves the Punisher, one of the best ults in the game, a ridiculously overpowered shotgun, as well as a a great shot of with the machine gun. Again, turrets can be game breaking. Also, the fact that he can smoke out, he can zip line out, he can also have that ridiculous old stupid strong S tier DPS. Rocket Raccoon, actually, very well. Maybe worse than Jeff, but he might be better than Jeff, but he might be worse. We're going to throw him in D tier, but atop. I still think Rocket might have the better ability to get around. I've actually played against some good Rockets that have escapability. The little fucker just is kind of hard to hit. He's super strong or super small, so you have to have really good aim. But he also has the ability to like bounce out, dude, and like fucking head up top. It's just crazy. So that's my opinion. S tier. Scarlet Witch, still broken. The most user noob, beginner friendly DPS character in the game. Factual. She is the easiest to learn. You got 3 buttons: hold down right trigger, fucking spam left trigger, and spam left bumper. Again, your ult, while can be easily killable as far as you floating around in the air, very vulnerable. If you got a good healer and you're close enough, we just uploaded a video of us getting a fucking ace with Scarlet Witch's ability in comp. Her ult killed all 6 people. It was disgusting. It has the ability to game change and wipe, but if you're not being focused by healers, or at least you surprise attack them, you don't surprise attack them, then you're gonna get melted. Regardless, point and click, auto aim. Her fucking damage buff was just introduced. She was already strong and she got buffed. I don't understand it, but here we are. Spidey. If this isn't the most annoying thing in the game, Spider-Man is easily S tier. The problem is I fucking suck with him, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this basis on everybody else that plays Spider-Man in this game. He's one of the most annoying. The escapability, the instant fucking jump scares that you get from this twat. You also get the ability to, again, one of the best ults in the game, spreading those webs out. This dude is a twat. I fucking hate going against Spider-Mans. We all do. That's why he's S tier. Squirrel Girl gets a buff. She's stupid strong now. Whoa, she's stupid strong now. She's going to go ahead and go into A tier simply because of her new ults. The ults now basically doesn't just fucking go somewhere else. It finds people now, dude. This shit punch you down. With the jumps, survivability, escapability, as well as the explosions that this thing makes. Squirrel Girl can absolutely decimate you in no time flat. Super, super strong, but not quite the best, okay? So we're going to move on to my boy Star-Lord. Top of A tier. Star-Lord, one of the best ults in the game, 100%. The, again, escapability, survivability, the fastness of being able to fly to the objective, getting there quicker just in case you need to contest point before the game ends or the round ends. Star-Lord is A tier, top of A tier for me. Not quite putting him over that threshold to be on par with Punisher, Hela, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Scarlet, and Spider-Man, but she's there. And then the same goes for Storm. Storm is a much better Iron Man. She has the ability to fly. Is she going to be above these? I don't know yet. I think we're going to throw her in the middle of the pack. Maybe we do an updated tier list video some other time. But again, Storm allows you to, again, have survivability in the sky, and now has one of the most cracked ults in the game. As long as you can live, dude, you're fucking spinning people out with that Storm. Super strong killer. I always say killer, chat. Super strong DPS. Okay? Moving on to Thor, we're back into some tanks. Again, I want to put Penny at the top of the list because she's my favorite. But I definitely think that Thor is yo. I might have to come back to Thor. All I know is we're throwing Venom in A tier for sure. They kind of all just kind of sit here, dude, simply because cracked Venoms are cracked Venoms. They're strong. They have the, again, escapability, the ability to get out. His ult was just updated, but he might be further down. I might have to throw Hulk down in B now. I think this is more viable here, and we're gonna put Groot up a little bit because I feel like Groot is still more strong than that. And then we're gonna have to throw Thor down here as well. Again, as far as the Venom goes, while we were there, Venom again has a buffed ult, but it still sucks ass. But again, the massive shields that he can pick up, the ability to fly out, dive bomb onto your team, cause a ruckus, get behind your back line. Venom is strong. He's strong. He's just not the best. And then Thor, we're going to talk about that again. I actually just played like 10 matches in a row as Thor to kind of get this review going because I don't think I played Thor very much before that. Thor is strong. A lot of people like playing him, but again, he's just mid to me. The ult is mid, the avoidable as well. I really like the thrust though, where you can fly to them with the hammer. Does cause a ruckus, but he's got really short melee range. And again, you got to create distance sometimes in this game. And he doesn't have a way to bounce out or survivability or anything like that outside of recharging that hammer, the hammer glide. So bang. Winter Soldier, man, oh man. Man, oh man. Maybe at the bottom here, maybe right below Punisher. Bucky Barnes, of course, I think is S tier. Going against cracked Winter Soldiers is one of the most obnoxious things in this game. And he just has that ability to be a menace. You know, a great ult, probably one of the most annoying ults, not only, you know, damage-wise, but also voice acting wise. So yeah, it's just stupid strong, dude. You gotta have good aim with Winter Soldier though. So a lot more people are cracked on PC. Wolverine got a buff, but he's still mid as fuck. Mid as fuck. He's not quite C, maybe bottom of B tier now, maybe above Black Widow, simply because you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to make a switch here. Black Widow still gets to the bottom there, C tier, but we'll put him above Iron Man simply because he's a tank killer. He is mad annoying. He's also jump scares the living shit out of you. Has a higher health pool, the survivability. If you got good healers, Wolverine is fucking cracked. All right, Mr. Fantastic, where you are, big dog. We just got a couple days of gameplay with him, obviously, with being released. Mr. Fantastic has a funny ult and also has like a tank. He's basically a mini tank, but he's mid. It's not the best in my opinion. I don't think he's that great. But do I think he's not A tier is the question, because he is a decent DPS. He also has tank and survivability. Maybe bottom of A tier. Again, it's funny. It's a lot of fun, but there's more utilized DPS characters out there. So here we are. Yeah, we're gonna have to throw him in C tier or in B tier. Throw him in the middle of the pack. A tier. A tier killer, S tier killer, A tier. I keep saying killer. I'm gonna say killer forever just because I'm an asymmetrical horror guy. Is this an A tier healer or an S tier healer. Fuck, say that 9 times fast. Her ult is really strong. She's got shields, and the shields might be the wave here. She's not quite Cloak or Luna. I don't think she's even Loki yet, but we're gonna need some more time. That's why I think I'm gonna throw her at top of A tier. Simply because her ult is super strong and has the ability right now to make you completely invisible. And on the new map, that might be really helpful as well. A lot of people don't know the spots that people sit at yet. But yeah, this is my tier list, guys. We don't have any information yet on Human Torch and the Thing, but here we are. Okay, these have not been quite released yet to the game, so we're not going to rank them yet. But this is your updated tier list for me. Once again, personal opinion. If you are an Iron Fist main and you are going to come to this video and call me a fucking idiot, I get it. I understand. I think Scarlet Witch is still the best hero in the game. Bar none. I understand if that's how you feel. Because again, we all have our opinions. I'm not going to come to your video and call you a fucking moron because Iron Fist is your top S tier character. So please understand that. I'm also very new to this community. So I hope I made at least a good first impression with how I break things down. If you do like the video, please do me a favor. Drop a like on the video, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. That way you guys get notified every time I go live here on YouTube, over on Twitch, as well as bringing you any more Marvel Rivals content. We appreciate that. Any new Marvel Rivals content. So thank you guys so much once again. I appreciate it. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. What is your S tier heroes? What are your D tier heroes? Okay. Let me know. I love you guys very much, and we will catch you on the next video. Y'all have a good day now. Peace out.